Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I would like to thank those delegations that made constructive comments in their interventions, and the Cuban delegation in particular for its principled stand against country-specific resolutions. My delegation is surprised to hear some members raising concern about the prolonged national service program in Eritrea, while remaining silent as the international community does nothing to bring an end to Ethiopia's 11-year-long occupation of sovereign Eritrean territories. The international community must shoulder its legal and moral responsibilities to contribute to the Eritrean people's full enjoyment of all human rights. The reference by some delegations that there is a common position by the African group on the human rights situation in Eritrea is also incorrect and misleading. Contrary to the assertions made by the few delegates that the border issue has no links to the full enjoyment of fundamental human rights, it's a well-established principle of human rights that peace, security, development, and human rights are interlinked, interdependent, and mutually reinforcing. Particularly, Ethiopia's comment as an occupier on this issue is purely self-serving. It's also incredulous to hear the Ethiopian delegation expressing concern for the human rights of the Eritrean people, a regime that deported over 90,000 Eritreans because they did not like the color of their eyes, that separated breastfeeding children by deporting their mothers, that desecrated the cemeteries of the Eritrean war heroes, and is actively supporting insurgent groups that are committing terrorist acts, does not have the moral authority to speak about the human rights of our people. What is in fact a pattern is the conduct of the regime in Ethiopia, and one that needs further scrutiny by the international community. This is a regime that stands accused by Genocide Watch and Survivors International of committing massacres against its own people in the Gambella, Ogaden, and Oromia regions of Ethiopia. It's also troubling to hear the special rapporteur attempting to appeal to the emotions of the Council and influence its decisions by presenting such unfounded statements, such as the one about 7 to 8 years old, fearing national service and fleeing from the country. It is imperative that she gets her facts right. Some delegations are also feigning concern for the human rights of the Eritreans, while violating the right and well-being of the Eritrean people by imposing sanctions and attempting to strangulate Eritrea's economy. The destabilizing efforts in the last 11 years are enormous. My delegation finds that to be quite hypocritical. A clear indication of the political motivations of the resolution, the mandate, and many of the concerns that have been listed in the interactive dialogue is also evident. Eritrea continues to reject this politically motivated pattern and reiterates its position made in yesterday's statements. I thank you, Mr. President.
شكرا جزيلا